Recording
Hello.
in progress.
We're here. We're,
Do we have an update on subscribers or do we still have 11?
I don't know. I think it's 11.
Let's
I,
double check right now and see what our subscriber count is.
yeah, you look because I literally have
Okay,
my
I'm
phone.
gonna look right now. We don't know if we're saying hi to 11 of you or possibly more.
It matters. It
It
matters to us.
does.
We don't want to miss a single one of you.
We want to acknowledge every single one. 11 subscribers. Yes. Okay.
Hey, guys.
Yay. Um, not tons of good news this week, but some.
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah. Um, so a few episodes back, you may recall that I got randomly selected for an audit by the Tennessee Board of Nursing just to make sure that I was keeping up with my continuing education and my compliance and my contract with my supervising physician, et cetera, et cetera. And I got this notice of compliance letter. Thank you for participating. Oh, this letter serves as confirmation of compliance with the continuing education requirements.
Wow.
Thank you for participating in the recent audit conducted by the Tennessee Department of Health, Division of Health Related Boards. Sincerely, James.
Clock it.
She passed.
I love how they said thank you for participating as if it's like
As
a
if it was
choice.
a choice.
Go to jail or participate.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200
Oh my
straight to
God.
jail. That's how it felt. Even though, like, so the consequences of not having everything that they asked you for was that they would then contact you and tell you how to remediate.
Mm,
It wasn't even necessarily any like action against your license or any discipline or anything. I
okay.
don't know, but it didn't sound super scary what would happen
Right.
if you didn't pass. But like, still, I don't know. It's just like I never want to be on anybody's radar.
Right. And I feel like you want a provider that like stays up to date and
You,
does
I just,
those things.
yeah, like when they ask me for something, I think that's fine, even though it's like a little bit scary because I'm like, why are you mad at me?
Right.
Like, I want to just, I want to just
Why are you
have
mad at me? Why are you yelling?
it. Yeah, like, why? Why do you think that I would try to cheat? That's crazy. But yeah, so we
So
got
good.
cleared by that, and that was just, it was just a relief because you had to get everything to them within 30 days, but then they had potentially 6 weeks to let you know if
Oh, wow.
you met the requirements. But it didn't take nearly that long. I got I've had this letter for a while. I've just forgotten to give the update on the pod, but I got the all clear letter on August 20th. So
Yay.
yay, I'm official. I'm just as official as I ever was. No added officialness, but
You're
not taken
officially
away.
official.
Yeah, nothing new, but nothing less.
We love to hear it.
We've remained very net neutral. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, that I don't know. We were talking before we started recording and we were talking about um what's it called? Disposable income because I was talking about these sparkling protein drinks from Costco. My
Hmm.
friend bought a whole entire pack, but he gave me a couple. And because I made a joke, I said, yeah, he could buy a whole case of them because he has disposable income. And so then we were talking about disposable income and both realized that it's been for both of us. Has it been like about 15 years for you or longer?
Uh, um, of like when I last dyed my hair?
No, well, have you been dyeing your hair for 15 years?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Definitely. Since I was like 15, yeah.
hmm
Yeah. Maybe like 13, I think might have been the first
I
time.
know it's been at least 15 years, probably longer for me, but I honestly, until this year, between when I started dyeing it and now, or this year when it started to really grow out, I didn't know what my natural hair color was, and now
Crazy.
we do. That's the natural hair color. Like this is the first time I've like seen a decent amount of my natural hair color, and I don't
That
know.
is crazy. I'll have to throw up some like old pics of you because your hair was like bleach blonde. Like it
Yeah,
was blonde, blonde, blonde. Yeah.
yeah.
That is, yeah.
We like to keep it colored. because it's fun to have colored hair, you know?
It really is, yeah. This is my natural hair too. I'm like a 4N dark brown. I do like a black shampoo just because I like for it to be a little bit darker.
Hmm.
Because I don't know. I just feel like I like to be like a solid color. And my hair naturally is probably like more of like a chocolatey, but I love a jet black moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I would still consider this natural because obviously you can't like from the root it comes out pretty black.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't
Mhm.
really know, honestly, like what to do with this hair because I don't have any money to get it done. So I really don't know.
Yeah, you could maybe do that. Like, have you ever seen those like highlighter caps that you like
Uh-uh.
pull out the? You've never seen them?
No, no, I've always gone salon. I've never done box. I've never done at home. I've literally always done salon.
Oh wow, that's wild. So yeah,
Yeah.
so I've done, well, I started with box and then when I was like 19, obviously I married young to a Marine and I befriended a hairstylist
Yes.
and she taught me like so many things. Like she's one of those friendships that like I can admit that like I fumbled. Like it was my fault. Like I fumbled her friendship. I was kind of low key like jealous. She
Mm.
just had like Jamie, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry.
Jamie, come back.
She was such like an it girl. Like and she's one of
Yeah.
those people that like to this day she is like on top of the trends. Like she always has the things like, and she but she was just like, yeah, she was a hairstylist. She was really smart and she like taught me a lot about how to take care of my curly hair, how to color my curly hair. Took me to Cosmoprof, which is where the hairstylists go
Yes, I did know
to,
that.
yeah, they go. And then when I came back, oh, also like when I was in high school, this is like a broke girl hack. You can go to hairdresser schools and be their little test dummy,
Okay. Okay.
which would be great as a blonde. It would be great for you because they love to work on blondes. But yeah, I would go to hair schools all the time, like as a
Never
teenager.
even thought about that.
Yeah, I got all the broke girl hats. Yeah.
That's a hack.
Dental schools too. You can go to
I've
dental
done that.
schools. Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
have gotten my teeth cleaned there
Mm-hmm.
many a times, and it's honestly great because they
Yeah.
do such a good job.
They really do. And they always have like a supervisor right next to
Yeah,
them. So you get
it's
the best.
you get really good care. You can get x-rays sometimes, even if they need to be learning how to do x-rays, you can even get
Hmm.
x-rays sometimes. And they like really want to talk to you about your teeth because
Yeah,
it, it's amazing. And I
it's great.
appreciate that so much. And I will always go to dental students, honestly, because I feel like that's kind of like giving back for all of the people who like were my patients when I was in nursing school,
Right.
nurse practitioner school, and they were like kind enough, especially in nurse practitioner school,
Hmm.
as they're like paying
Yeah, so true.
the their provider, and if they're kind enough to be like, oh no, like they'll talk to you
Hmm.
or at least first, and then maybe talk to their provider for like a little bit of time, or, you know,
Hmm.
yeah, they spend a lot of time. And also, like, they've gone through and like given the provider their whole entire history before. And sometimes that's not like a really, really comfortable thing to do. And then here I am, and I'm like, oh, can you tell me more about like the past and stuff? So I know
Yeah.
that that was difficult for a lot of people, and they were still kind enough to do it for the sake of my education. And I appreciate it.
Right. And you do the same now? Like, don't you help students like work under you?
I I have had one student. I've had
Okay.
Rachel,
Hmm.
um, who we had a really good experience together, and she's getting close to graduating now.
So exciting.
Yeah, so exciting. But she's so good. We actually worked together as nurses before.
Hmm.
So, I was still a nurse when she became a nurse, and so I knew that she would be good. It's definitely like Vanderbilt has reached out to me because I graduated from Vanderbilt, and they're always like reaching out, like, "Hey, will you please take some students? Will you please take some students?"
Clock it. Clock it,
But I
Vanderbilt.
don't, I can't take anybody I don't know personally
That's solid.
because I'm like so protective of my patients. Like, I,
You can't like risk the
I
biscuit.
can't guarantee the quality of who they would like send to me, and I don't know if I would actually like want to have my patient, be, telling all of
Right.
their stuff to that person because I don't know them. But Rachel, I have known for years and years, so I knew that she would be like a safe person to
Right. And you know,
have.
it's funny. She has the same birthday as me.
Oh
And we are safe people.
yeah, yeah.
Birthday twins.
Yeah, no, I'm so excited for her. I'm so proud of her. Yeah, she's actually like when she finishes, she's gonna have a higher degree than me because she's
Whoa.
in a doctorate program.
Whoa. That is crazy. What kind of like jobs can she get? Like a
The same,
doctor job?
the
Okay.
same. She can have the same job as me. She'll have the same license as me,
Cool.
but like a higher degree. So if I wanted, I have a master's degree right now. If I wanted to teach,
Mm,
I can only teach up to bachelor's level students. So you have to have one level higher of education than the people that you're um teaching. So
decent.
if you have a master's degree, you can teach bachelor students. If you have a doctorate, you can teach master's students. So, but then I'm assuming if you have a doctorate, what do you have to teach doctorate students then, I wonder?
I don't know. I don't,
Maybe a doctorate with like a lot of experience, and then you can teach the doctorate students. I don't know.
right.
But she would be able to teach at a master's level, and right now, as is, I would only be able to teach at a bachelor's level. But as far as like, would she be able to do anything additional just for having the doctorate degree? Not really.
Okay. That makes
But
sense.
it is a great idea. Like if you want to have one, it is a great idea to do it. And especially like if you're like young like she is and you want to make sure that you're getting all of your education out of the way so that you can roll on and not ever think about like, oh, do I want to go back to school again? Because like for me,
Mm,
sometimes I think like, oh, like, will I ever go get a PhD?
right.
Or will I do that? Is that something I'll do in the future? If you go ahead and take care of it, then you never have to think about it again.
I know. I always think about that. I'm
Yeah,
like, man, especially because Luke is like, I really don't care, like, if you get a job right now. And I'm like, how quickly could I, like, get my master's done? Like, how much is it 2 more years or 3 more years?
so it depends on what you're doing. It depends
Okay.
on what you're doing. So for my master's program, it was absolute hell. It was like 17 or 18 credits for 3 semesters.
Added on to what you already had?
No,
Oh,
it's like 3 semesters of 17 or 18 credits plus your clinical hours.
holy fuck,
And it was,
dude.
but and it was so it was
My God.
fall, spring, and summer. So the program started in August and it ended in August.
Mm.
And I had my bachelor's degree in nursing for like I finished my bachelor's in 2015.
Oh, okay.
I did it very piecemeal. So I went and got my
Yeah,
associates, worked for a few years.
same.
Went back and got my bachelor's, worked for 5 more years, then went back and got my master's.
Mm.
And then yeah,
Makes sense because you kind of want to gauge like, and I feel like that's like kind of good advice that to people that care or want to, continue their
yeah,
education. It is nice to like take a pause and see like what kind of jobs can I get? Can I be fully like fulfilled academically slash like career wise? And if you like, if both of those answers are not a yes, then it makes sense to continue your education.
totally. And
Yeah.
get real life experience because all the real life
Yeah.
experience that you can get, especially in healthcare, like all those years of working with patients and working 12-hour shifts and being like at the bedside with them
Mm-hmm.
has helped me so much. Like
Yeah.
it really has because when you're in school to be a provider, you're thinking from things, they're teaching you things from a little bit of a different perspective. For example, like there's lots of medicines that like need to be twice a day or 3 times a day. But if you're talking to your patient and you know that they are only going to take medicine 1 time a day,
Right.
you need to prescribe them something that works if they take it 1 time a day. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's things like that. Or like you also are more, I know I'm like a lot more mindful about costs of medications and like,
Hmm.
okay, if trying to find like good RX coupons and texting them coupons and like trying to figure out like, yes, the best medication fit, but also part of that being, can they afford it?
Right. Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
unfortunately, that is part of picking the right medication. But that's something they don't speak on when you're getting your training on how to prescribe. They never stop and say, like, oh, yeah, well, this is not really affordable. There's not a generic for this at this time.
Right. And like the element of like insurance, like if you will
Yeah.
be the provider that takes insurance, doesn't take insurance, like
Hmm.
there's so many factors and like and then you have to like cultivate your whole patient list, whatever you call
Yeah.
it,
There's a
from
lot of
that.
there's a lot of big issues and big decisions. So, for example, like the insurance versus non-insurance. So like
Right.
if you don't take insurance, people are mad at you because they're
Right.
like, oh, well, you just want everybody's money. But then if you do take insurance, people are mad because their appointments are very short and
Mm-hmm.
they can't reach you
Right.
because you have a humongous patient panel. So, everybody's going to be mad about something at some point.
Yeah. Well, and I think I don't know if everybody's like mad too, because like me, I'm like I have to have like state insurance right now, so I'm just like, this is what I get. And I
Well,
get what I
yeah,
get and I
that's
don't throw a
true.
fit kind of thing. Like,
That's true. Not
yeah.
everybody is mad about it, but like you will get heat on the
Disgruntled
spike.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Not everybody's mad
Hmm.
or
I'm just like
expecting
right
that to
now,
be.
I get this. When I get a job, then I get better. But then I also lose a ton of other benefits when I like my son, he finally had his dental work,
Yes.
but like $0. And I
Good.
was like,
Good.
praise Jesus, thank you so much.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, because if I had probably regular insurance, I would have been
Yes.
paying up the wazoo.
I don't know how much, but it definitely would have been something with the anesthesia. Good
Totes.
God.
Yeah. And
That's
that
the
was like
part.
a legit office. Like that was like those
Yeah.
women were freaking educated. Like, holy
I
shit.
was so relieved and excited when you messaged me that everybody taking care of him that day was a woman. I was like, oh yes, he's gonna do perfectly.
Oh, yeah, literally. And it was like, if you guys know my husband listening, he is like hard to please. And he was like, that was like a 10 out of 10 experience. That was so
Yeah.
positive. He was like, I loved every single, like, you know, medical provider that we
Yeah.
spoke with. Like, even like, they already, like, because they are such like it's such like a niche area that we like finally got approved for. Like, they already knew him by name. They were just so wonderful. What's up, homie? Go to sleep. Anyways.
I am so glad that it went so good, and
Ew.
I really do think that as I say this all the time, and I'm going to keep saying it, as more women get into medicine, we're going to see more of that. We are,
Yeah.
we are going to see more of that. Like at my PCP's office, obviously it's her, and then her office manager is a woman, and
Mm-hmm.
they are on their shit.
On it. Yeah. No,
They're
I
they're
feel that.
on absolutely on their shit. So I do think that we're moving into that direction, and I'm really excited about it. And I mean, especially as like we kind of like move into this even more tumultuous time in healthcare where we don't I don't think anybody knows exactly like what's occurring or what will occur. I don't know. I don't think anybody knows
Yeah.
the full depth of it. Um, just to be having as many women in medicine as possible because women are very multifaceted and multitasking and very persistent, in the pursuit of
Yeah.
like women are very persistent in the pursuit of caring for other people. And some men are too. And some
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
too, for sure. There's
Totally.
really good. There's lots of great men in medicine, all areas. Um, but yeah, I'm just excited about how many women are in medicine.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, they really have the hunger to like if you're like something's just not right, like they're gonna help and they're gonna dig. They're not just gonna be like, oh, it's this. And I think that's like always been the issue.
I think that women are so much more receptive to the gut feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, Definitely when I worked as a nurse, there would be a lot of times, and especially as you get like more and more experience and I don't know, it's just like
Right.
feeling, like a vibe, like nothing's wrong yet, but I know something's about to be like wrong.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to express that to a doctor when you're a
Right.
nurse. It's hard
Mm.
to express that to them, especially if it's a guy. Like more
True.
often time, I mean, more oftentimes if it was a guy, not
Hmm.
all the time, like I said, there's some really, really outstanding male physicians.
Right.
It would be like, well, I can't really do anything. Call me when that happens.
Right.
And it's like, I don't want to wait for it to happen. I want to make, we want to
I
like,
want to make it not
hey,
happen.
when are gonna happen? And girls would be more likely to be like, okay, let me come
Hmm.
and examine them, or
Hmm.
I just think that women just have a lot more gut feeling and intuition. I think that we actually like have to have that for like self-protection a lot.
Totally. Yeah. No, and it's funny, because like a lot of my medical trauma came from a female naval, well, like when you get like assigned when you're like a military spouse, usually a female like practitioner,
Mhm.
and but they're like still like very much like in uniform, like it's a part, like you go onto base, like it's a naval hospital, and the Navy is like the like with the Marine Corps, the Navy is like the only medical, because there's not like a medical branch in the Marine Corps. It's
Yeah.
like Army and Navy. If you want to be medical, that's what you choose. And my provider, when my ex-husband was in, I had a really negative experience with her, and I had like requested a female, like I always did, and
Mhm.
like she didn't take me seriously, and it was also like at the beginning of like my mom's like health issues, and I was like very concerned about like my own health. And that's like what I like after her, like that's like what I use now, because like I always feel like it's something about my personality, like people don't take me seriously. Like they're always like, "Oh, she's fine, she's like
Mhm.
speaking articulate, like I'm not having any kind of like medical crisis where I'm like fumbling over my words and I'm like alert, I'm looking at you, I'm masking, I'm making eye contact, you know what I mean? I'm like I have ADHD and I've been masking for years. Like I know how to do it, I'm oldest daughter. But as soon as my mom had an autoimmune disease, that's just what I started using. I was like, my mom was misdiagnosed with cancer. She has an autoimmune disease. She has Addison's disease. And then everybody's like, oh shit, okay. Like, got you, girl. Like, let's test you for X, Y, and Z. And like, that's like what I use now to like be taken seriously. But I finally feel like my last doctor's appointment, like, I felt like I don't have to do that anymore. Like, I could literally just like voice my concerns about like my physical body.
Mhm.
And then of course they ask about your family history because it is so like prevalent, like especially as you age and grow and stuff. But yeah, and I do think it is like a benefit of like women, like civilian women, because some weird brainwashing happens in the military, respectfully, women. But I do think it is like civilian women. I will clarify there that yeah, as they become more and more educated and into the medical field, I think it's going to be
Yeah.
amazing to witness and to be a part of.
Yeah,
Love it.
absolutely.
I love
Absolutely.
it.
And just like a younger generation too.
Yeah, yeah.
Also. Like when you went to the ER that one time and you were oh, you were like
And I
these
was like,
people
why
are
is everyone hot?
these people are all young and hot. And I was like, yeah, there's nobody over the age of like 30 in a hospital at night anymore.
No. And the doctor was younger than me, had younger kids than me, and was working a 12-hour shift. And I was like, please go home. Please go
Yeah,
home to your
no,
babies.
people don't understand that, but that's been for a while. Like
Yeah.
people just like do not, unless you have worked in the hospital, you just don't understand like how young the staff is at night.
Yeah.
It's all the new people. It's all like the young people. And then you might be very lucky and have like one older nurse who just like wants to work night shifts so she doesn't have to see anybody in management.
Right, right. He's just like, I like what I do and I'm
Yeah, and
gonna
she's
keep
just like,
doing
I just
it.
want to take care of patients and be left alone. And if you have that, which I was so lucky so many times in my nursing career, I did have that. And I was like, you're my best friend.
You're my rock. Never
You're
leave
my
me.
rock and my savior. There are a few
Hmm.
really experienced, like really, really good nurses who just prefer night shift. And so
Right.
like they'll be there and that's the only thing holding the whole hospital together.
Right.
It's those like few older nurses who know everything and they've seen everything and they're just like, yeah, I work nights because I don't want to be like answering the phone all day during the day. Like they're constantly like calling to take patients to tests and surgeries and everything. And they're just like, no, I just want to be here and do my thing.
Yeah.
And they're the ones holding the whole thing together.
Yeah. No, I actually feel like we were talking about last episode, like talking about like, pre our current husbands. And like if I did not have like the life that I have now, I would absolutely be like a night shift worker. Like I love working in the nighttime. Like my day starts, it always has been. Like I've always been like that, like two or threes, and I'm like, okay, like rise and shine. Like it's like the middle of the day for everybody else, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I'm ready to get to work.
Yeah. No, I think it's like, so working night shift is, there's so many great things about it and so many horrible things about it. Like,
Yeah.
it's horrible for your health,
Yeah.
which the
Literally.
studies show. It's horrible for your health.
Hmm.
But there's not as many people there, so you do have to be more like heightened sometimes. Like if you have a patient that like really needs an eye kept on them, well, you're the only one who's going to do it. So,
Right.
you need to like really be like watching people. And also there's that like witching hour thing between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning.
Hate.
That's where a lot of things happen.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff, a lot of different stuff, not always like that extreme, but that's just
Yeah.
like a lot of stuff happens between that time, just of all varieties.
Weird.
And then if you do, it is like, which you don't have a lot of downtime normally, but if you do though, you can like sit down and like look through the charts and read
Mm,
about like the histories and read like all of the different consults that are seeing the patient. So the patient might have like their cancer doctor, but then they might also be seeing an infectious disease doctor, and they might also
mm,
be seeing a psychiatrist.
mm-hmm,
While they're in the hospital, they're all like taking care of them. And so
mm-hmm.
if you have a chance and you can sit down and read that stuff, that's like so valuable. And like I said, it's rare to have time to do that, but it's never going to happen during the day.
So yeah. There's always going to be busy work
Like
in the daytime.
there's definitely a chance that between like I don't know like 1 and 3 in the morning, like maybe your patients will be asleep, like
Mm-hmm.
hopefully they're able to get some rest, and like hopefully all your coworkers patients are also doing okay and nothing crazy is happening and you can do that.
Right.
Oh my God, you can learn so much.
Yeah, that's great advice. No, I totally agree. I always worked, well, I never worked in like the medical field like that, but I always liked the shift. It was like started at 2 and it ended at like 11 p.m. That was like my like sweet. I love a mid shift. I loved going home and getting home by like 11:30 midnight. And at that time I only had cats, and then we would just like hang out until like 2, 3 in the morning and then just like sleep and sleep in and like then start your day at like 11, 12. Like, I loved that. That was great. That
Yeah,
was
that
great for
that's
me.
a nice schedule for sure. Most healthcare jobs are 12, well, in the hospital at least are 12
Yeah.
now. So
Hmm.
that's not really an option. Which the reason that they allegedly the reason that they switched to 12-hour shifts like that is because continuity of care and like less,
Mm.
the less times you communicate a story, like the less
Oh, I
the chance for
understand.
an error to be made.
Hmm.
So if you're telling the patient's story to a new nurse at 7 a.m. and then she has to tell another nurse at 3 and then she has to tell another nurse at 11, um, there's more chance for
Like,
miscommunication or error. So
what
they
do
said,
you think? Would
I think that I think you
think
increase the chance for error when you're working 12 straight hours.
that's what I was gonna say. I was
I
like,
think, yeah.
I feel like someone in that middle spot to be like, hey, babe, you've been here for a really long time. How about I take over for you? They'd be like, okay, this is like when they're at that great spot when they're ready to relax and they'll dump everything on you. then they can go. Like that's a beauty of a mid shift. It's
Yeah.
like I got you. I'm your closing shift. Like I would be so like again, I was not in the medical field, but I would be so alert at that time, at that 2 to 3
Yeah.
time. And that's what you're finding. You're finding a true night owl that is ready to clock in at 2 in the afternoon and give amazing care. And like
Yeah.
that's okay. I think we could do a three. We could do three girls, three girly
Three
pops.
girls.
They could
You
handle
know
it.
what? Now that we're on all electronic shit anyway, I think
Yeah.
definitely. But again, it's one of those things where you're
Yeah.
never going to make everybody happy because okay, so some people don't want to work 12 hours at a time, but then
Hmm.
some people are like, okay, well, I don't want to come to work 5 days a week.
Right.
I don't
And
want
they
to
do like the
commute.
threes.
Yeah, I don't want to commute
Mhm.
5 days a week. I don't want to find childcare 5 days a week. I only want to do this 3 days a week, but I want to be able to get my insurance and my benefits. And then but yeah, I struggled with 12-hour shifts. I'm not even gonna lie to anybody and ever say that I didn't struggle with that. I kind of max out on people at about 10 to 10 and a half hours.
I think that is human and normal and the
I'm
appropriate response.
I'm not gonna lie to anybody, and I think, yeah, I mean, all my coworkers knew that.
Yeah. Like, leave her
I
alone
think
the
they always
last
knew.
2 hours.
I think they always knew, like,
Yeah.
hey, oh, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Great.
Yeah. I want to get out of
Well,
here.
you just get so tired.
Hmm.
You get so tired because the whole time that I worked as a nurse, except for there was a couple travel contracts where I worked day shift, but the very vast majority of the 10 years I was working night shift.
Mm.
And so then it got really super scary. Like at the end, it was terrifying because you know how I talked about like the experienced nurse that's there?
Hmm.
Yeah, it was me.
You're like, I don't want to do this
I'd be
anymore.
looking around and I'd be like, oh damn.
I'm the
Oh,
experienced
oh
nurse.
gosh.
Yeah, that's the worst. When you become the supervisor and you like just blinked and it happened and you're like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, people are like asking me for help and asking me like questions, and I'm like,
Yeah,
"Whew, when did this happen?"
literally.
And you're like, I'm like, I've only been here for 10 years, and everybody else is like, well, I've only been here for 6 weeks. Like, okay, great.
Like I've been here too long. It's
Let's
time to
do
go.
this. I'm like, grab a flashlight, grab a flashlight and grab some supplies and let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. I always hated becoming like the, well, it's like a love hate, it's the worst to be the new person, but then it's also the worst to like be in charge of everything. And
It's
you're,
it's actually so crazy because it's like if I was still there. If I was still working as a nurse, like there would be a lot of situations where I would definitely be the most experienced nurse because I've been a nurse for 14 years now.
wow.
It's like that is so crazy to be the
Mm-hmm.
most experienced person. It's like I'm 36. You always think the most experienced nurse there is going to be like 60.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's going to be like nearing retirement. And the worst thing would be like if patients got like upset or disgruntled about something and they'd be like, "Who's in charge?" And it's like me.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am. It's your lucky day.
Hi. I would usually try to get like one of the male nurses to like go in and be
Yeah.
in like
Pretend.
even if they'd
Pretend.
only been a nurse for like 2 months, I'd be like, hey, if you go in there though, like for some reason it's gonna work out better. So
That's what they
and
want, right? They want to talk to like a man at
they
that
want to
point.
talk to an authority.
Yeah, right. Well, that's a great transition for us because people in football are
Yeah.
also nearing retirement when they're in their mid 30s.
Yes, tell us about the Dallas Cowgirls.
Yeah, this is so late because this docu-series
Mm.
came out probably like the beginning of summer.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, season two. But it's cool because right now it's football season, and this is the first season. Yeah, 20, because they have like a full year season. So this is like their first year season where they are being paid a livable wage, where they don't have to have three jobs. They can be full-time cheerleaders, like
Yeah.
working everything and be paid a livable wage because that's basically what the docu-series was about. Of course, like I don't know if you've ever seen they've like had them in the past. Like they used to be on country music television on CMT. They They were like the tr more around the tryouts, and it was
Oh,
the same women. They show clips of it,
okay.
yeah, in the docuseries, but it's been the same coaches for like the past like 30 years, and they
Okay.
both were cheerleaders in like the 80s and the 70s, I think. Um, but yeah, the like underbelly of the whole show is just how grueling the schedule is. And then a lot of the women are like kind of like Gabby Windy, like they're getting off of from cheering for like practices are crazy, and then they're going to be nurses, or they're
Wow.
going to be some, there was like a dentist. There was like, oh my gosh, there was this one girl where she ended up having like a mental health crisis because she had three jobs where she worked like for her family. She was a social media manager, which is already a lot of mental. And then she was also running like a med spa, like managing, like floor managing. And I was just like, and she was like the head cheerleader. So when you're head cheerleader, you're in charge of doing the formations of
Yeah.
everything, like doing a lot of like choreo and then also teaching choreo to all the new cheerleaders. Like the mental, it's like, wow, women really do that because like watching these girls and they're just full of gratitude. Like a lot of them are just like true Southern belles, like from Texas. And they're just like, I'm just grateful to be here. And kind of like what we were talking about before. They're just like, that's kind of what that doesn't pay your bills. Like it might have, when like in the 70s and 80s, like gratitude and my husband's doing everything. But not anymore. Like a lot of these women are like educated and they
Mm.
know their worth. They understand like that they are like a staple to the football industry, and especially the Cowboys in particular is the highest gross paid football. I think it's like they're like $1 billion industry. It's like insane. Like
Are they
specifically,
even that good?
no, I don't think so. No shade to the Cowboys. Hold on, let me like their net worth. My mouse is dying.
I
Their
was
net
under the impression that they weren't that good. And okay, and also, are the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, are they called the Dallas Cowgirls?
no,
Oh
no, they're
gosh,
not.
okay. I think I called them that earlier.
No,
Sorry,
I
girls.
don't think so. I think you said tell us about the Cowboy cheerleaders, I think. Cowboys, let's
All
see,
right,
net
girls.
worth. Well, and that's what was crazy is so when the first season came out, they were getting paid about the same as like a Chick-fil-A employee. So they were getting paid at like $16 an hour.
Wow.
And the Dallas Cowboys value estimate is $13 billion as of
Why?
2025.
Why?
I don't even know. Their franchise is just nuts. They do like a lot of like, well, okay, so remember the big fights, the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul?
Yes.
That was
Yes.
in the stadium. So
What
they
does that
like,
have to do with them though?
well, like it's family. Like it's like family money, so like they're benefiting. I mean, they're
Oh,
benefiting from the contract with Netflix. It's like a partnership. Like
oh.
they benefit from all of these like partnerships that they have. And then of course like I don't know. It's the lore of football families and like football owners. It's out of this world. Like Luke tries to explain it to me, and I'm like, you lost me. You have fully lost me, but I'm fascinated because I love a good history lesson. But there's so much like rich family lore to football.
The only NFL owners that I like know who they are the Hunts that own the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm, love
The
that
only
for
reason
them.
why I know who they are is because Taylor Swift takes pictures with them. I don't know. Until then, I didn't know.
Yeah, Luke just like knows all the families. He
Wow.
was showing me clips of and he knows like the lore from like the 80s and 90s, like when they had like huge like
Okay.
beefs and like trades that he's so like analytical about football. But apparently he told me last night that the Detroit Lions, their owner is like she's 102 and it's been like in her family
What?
and it was her birthday last night. This is like
And he
useful
knows
information.
that. And he
And he
knows
knows that. He
that.
was like, "Oh, that's like," and we're just like, he's watching highlights, and he's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Who is that old lady that's walking up in the middle of their like talk?" And he's
Right.
like, "That is the owner. Her name, blah blah blah. It's her birthday. She's 102." And I'm like, "Why do you know?"
Here are all these backstories. That's
Autism.
not that, but I kind of love it. I
No,
think that's so.
he is a wealth of knowledge. Like he looks like a jock, but he has So much
It's
knowledge
really
in there.
wholesome, actually. It's like,
He's
yeah,
very wholesome.
today's her 102nd birthday.
Yeah.
That's, yeah. Well, I don't know. It was a while back, not that long ago. Luis was watching some sort of documentary, and it was about not, I don't believe it was the current owners of the Cowboys, but it was like in the past, and it was two old, crusty white men, and they had some beef, I
I
guess.
know what you're talking about. Yeah, we were gonna watch that one. I can't remember. It's about the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look who just came. Hey, babe. What was that like battle of like buying the Cowboys? When was that? Wasn't there like an issue when it was like a documentary about like owners were fighting
They
over
started hating
them?
each other.
They started like hating each other.
Talk about when Baltimore left, or that's a minute. I'm sorry. It's like
Oh,
it's
you're
a
fine.
whole
He's in a
thing.
game. He's
Oh, okay.
he's like it's a whole thing.
Uh, yeah, it was apparently, but I think they actually always hated each other, and then it just became public.
Mhm.
But I'm like, why would you buy a football team with somebody that you hated? I don't get it.
Yeah, no, there's like a lot. There's one that he was just talking about too. There's like one where like a team was like bought and they were like a Baltimore team and then I don't know. There's so much football lore
The
and it's
NFL is
fascinating.
very girly.
It's so girly.
I hate to tell them, but
Because they'll tell me the tea and I'm like, this sounds like a reality
it
show.
sounds like Love is Blind. This sounds like the
And
best.
then like the coaches be like were players. Like it's very like um
Right, it's intermeshed,
yeah, like it's like incestual almost. Like
intertangled.
and like now like well that's what Luke was telling me yesterday. Like the a guy that played for the Patriots is now the coach of the Lions. So then it's like the lore of like Detroit and then New England. It's like they're all like and
And then, yeah, there's always the stuff about how the referees are favoring certain teams and
right, yeah.
the weight of the ball. The I'm what?
Literally. I'm just like I like the colors.
The colors. Oh my gosh, the colors. And I will say this, the Denver Broncos Stadium and Power Field,
Mm,
very much a vibe. So
ooh.
when you're there in person, every time that the Broncos score a touchdown, there is a Bronco, a big white horse that runs up and down the field. Like that's her job.
Oh my
That's what
God.
she does for a living.
I love that.
And it's a real horse. I mean, it is a real
It's
horse.
a real horse?
Yes.
Oh my
It's
God.
like
I thought you
neighing
meant like
and
mask.
running. No, it's real. A white,
Iconic.
beautiful horse up and down the field every time they score a touchdown. And I don't understand though, because like I feel
It's
like when
very girly.
so girly. Whenever we watch it on TV, though, I feel like there's no pause once they
Mm,
make the touchdown. But when you're there, the horse is running
right. Yeah, because
all
they
the way
like
down the field.
cuts and edits and stuff. Yeah.
But we're watching the game like live, allegedly. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't understand it because it seems like when they make a touchdown, they just run right into the next play. But when you're there and there's a touchdown, it's like fireworks, Bronco, Blue Jets, you know.
Right. That was another thing that reminded me was really interesting about the Dallas the Cowboys cheerleaders
Mhm.
is they like a lot of them are kind of like a sorority are like
Okay.
from like their moms, you
Yeah.
know, their moms were cheerleaders and then some of them like the lore was crazy. Like this one it was like I can't remember what her name was, but it was like her mom was a cheerleader and then her dad was like the football like cameraman.
Mhm.
And like so his whole like job was like filming. It's just so crazy how many like different jobs that there are like aside from just people playing football. Like there's so many jobs intertwined there.
Yes. So, question, how does their pay work? So, how do they get paid in the off season, and what are they expected to do in the off season?
That was basically the whole issue because they just weren't.
They don't get paid during the off
You
season.
have to like completely, even if you're a veteran, you have to completely reapply every single year. Re-audition,
Oh,
re-everything. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know.
Veterans can get cut during the times of when they're like going throughout the like because it's called like that's what it was called. Making the Team was the
Okay.
original CMT show. So I think the number is I want to say 35 or 36. And there were times when like veteran cheerleaders that are like 3, 4, 5 year veterans were getting cut. So you're like always like they're always watching you if you're like getting older, slowing down, like
Wow.
and they have a whole like salon that's like specifically like only for the girls. I mean, I think they see other people, but it's like their main job is like they are on call for the girls
Oh,
because
yeah.
there was a girl that was that had alopecia. So she like literally they hired like a specific hairstylist to do her hair and make her wigs and sew her wigs. And that was like her whole job was like doing installations and stuff like that. It was just like,
Okay.
yeah, or and like she did extensions for like other people and stuff. And she was literally like there, like in the salon sewing, like sewing extensions, like with a sewing machine, like the like it is like
Would never get picked for the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, but if I did, I would get fired within the first 15 minutes.
yeah, well, and it's crazy because all of the girls that like in this past season that really fought for it didn't even they were all like veterans, so they didn't even get to really enjoy like being paid a livable wage. Like they made it possible for the other
Yeah.
girls, but it wasn't even like I think some of them specifically went back because they were like, well, I want to experience a season or I'm like getting paid a livable wage, but now they will get paid year round. I can't hold on, I can tell you the exact number of
Yeah,
what
what
they
is a
were.
livable wage considered in Dallas? Because Dallas is expensive as fuck.
Oh my God. And it was so crazy. Like those poor girls, and they're like pretty young. I mean, everybody in that industry is pretty young.
You would have to
S-
be.
So these are like girls that are some of the girls, the youngest one was 18 and she was got accepted into a college that was close enough. And she's going to college and she's also being a Dallas Cowgirls cheerleader. Um, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, no, oh, salary. Okay, so now they are getting over $75 an hour for appearances and games. Um, uh, but it was from $15 an hour in 2024.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so they were not making shit. It was pretty bad. They were literally getting paid like waitresses and working their free, not that waitresses don't work their ass off, but like these girls were like they don't have time. I just kept thinking like how do they even have time to like work these other jobs? Because
Yeah.
they're giving their whole soul. I mean, they're sleeping on the bus. They're just like they're like living there basically. Like they go home to sleep and then they're just like there. So I'm like, how do they even have time? And
Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, we're proud of you.
so proud of you.
We
And
need more,
keep
not.
fighting. Keep fighting for
Yeah,
more money.
because
$13 billion, they can pay you more.
they can pay you more.
Uh-huh.
You're
They can pay you
beautiful.
more than $75 an hour. They can pay you $200 an hour.
You're
Keep pushing.
beautiful and your sunshine.
We
Keep
we love you.
love
You're so
you. But we
beautiful.
love you much more than your people you're cheering for. Because they don't even deserve it, I don't
Oh,
think.
that's another side note, like to end on the amount of because you know their high kick into a split, like what they're
Yeah.
known for, their lineup. The amount of like 25-year-olds that needed full hip replacement
Oh
surgeries.
God.
Oh my God. Like it was like the way they were like dislocating their hips to break it down to thunder was like I have full body chills right now.
The way they were dislocating their hips to cheer for a bunch of men who aren't even good. Girls.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Girls.
I'm proud of you.
You're
And if
proud.
you
If it's your passion, if it's your passion, we
if you
support it.
like it, I love it.
Yeah. But I wish your team was a little better for you to be doing all of that.
Yeah, and I don't feel like
They
anybody else has like I mean, they all have cheerleaders, I assume,
do.
But it doesn't seem like anything at this level, and the team's not even like worth the hype at this point.
Exactly. Like if they should have that kind of cheerleading squad for like the Eagles or the Chiefs or like people who like win the Super Bowl, you know? Like what?
True.
Okay, but yes, good news for the Titans. The Titans doesn't have good news very often. The Tennessee
Oh,
Titans, our team is not well. But we have the same record as the Chiefs right now, 0-2.
love,
Zero,
love.
0-2. Did you see the meme that your husband shared? Chris Taylor and Travis holding the 0-2.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he posted a meme where instead of holding, or she might still be holding the life of a showgirl, but they're holding together a sign that says 0 and 2.
He's
It's
such
really
a
funny.
dork.
Yeah, no, it's really funny.
Uh,
But anyway, Chloe Halliday, I started following her when she was at the University of Alabama, and she was a cheerleader there. So I think I got into like Alabama Rush one year,
mm,
because it's fascinating. How can
it's
he?
it's fascinating. The
Like it's
lore.
absolutely wild what's going on there. And it's like just one state away. So,
Hmm.
I like to watch those videos a lot. I like the fact that these girls are wearing outfits that cost as much as my car. I don't know, I like it. It's fun.
Fascinating.
It's fun. And I don't know if she was doing Rush or what, but she was a cheerleader for Alabama and she was in nursing school. And then
Hmm.
she talks a lot about she has some stomach issues, some IBS and some things like that. And she has to get regular colonoscopies. So she was always kind of talking about like her stomach things and her
Jeez.
gastroenterologist and being in nursing school and being a cheerleader. And I just thought she was just like a really, really cool young girl.
Hmm.
And then after she graduated, she moved to Nashville, and I assumed that she moved to Nashville to get a job at like Vanderbilt or something like that.
Hmm.
A lot of people think that music is the number one industry here in Nashville, but actually our number one industry is healthcare.
Love.
Yeah, that's our biggest industry here.
Love that.
So she came here and I was like, oh, she wants to live in the city and she's gonna get a job. That's so fun. Well, it turns out that she was not getting a nursing job. She is the first NFL majorette in 20 years. So it
Cool.
says she picked up a baton at the age of 5 and spent 5 years with the Million Dollar Band's Crimsonettes. So that's what she was doing
Mm.
in Alabama. I guess she was a majorette, but I think she might have been also a cheerleader. I'm not 100% sure.
Mm.
Last March, she was granted an interview with the Tennessee Titans and she nailed it. So right now, she's like the only majorette, active majorette, I believe. And she's doing a lot of like really cool stuff. She
Wow.
works with like the drum line, but she posts videos of like herself practicing. And I'm really just so happy for her for a lot of reasons, even though, I don't know her, but I'm happy for her that she's like here and she can get really good care for her stomach stuff
Yeah,
at Vanderbilt.
so true.
It sounds like she's able to get really good care there. And
Hmm.
then she went to nursing school, but she was like, I'd rather do this right now. And so she's doing something else right now. And I just think that's so important to see stuff like that.
That's so important because you really have like w when it comes to your physical body, like you are, especially like as an athlete or a dancer or performer, you really only have like your peak windows, unfortunately, of like physicality. And hopefully we'll see that change. But yeah, she can become a nurse at any point, and like she
Yeah.
has this window right now.
And what an opportunity. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like the Tennessee Titans, not a good team. We're not good. But it is kind of cool because we can get tickets for like $10
Oh, that's cool. I
and we
love
can
that.
go to the game. So that's nice.
That's
Like
worth
you're
it, yeah.
literally if we like get a drink or anything at the game, it's more expensive than like the ticket was.
That's insane. Oh my God.
So crazy. But it's really fun.
Mm.
And yeah, she's doing this like different thing, but if you go to her Instagram or her TikTok is at Chloe CHLOE_HOLLADAY. And she's got some really cool videos of twirling and working with the drum line. And she's a really hard worker and always
She
does
is
really good.
so cute. Oh my God, she's
She's
so
so
cute.
cute.
Oh
And she does such a good job on her makeup, like the
my
full
God.
beat. And isn't her outfit so nice, so cute?
Yeah, she's so cute. Oh my
She's
God.
literally really cute. And she just seems, I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched her videos beyond like the stomach stuff and the nursing school stuff.
Hmm.
I haven't watched like all of her videos by any means, but she seems like a very lovely young woman.
Yeah, she looks fun. She's
Oh.
like really pretty. She looks like she could be like Miss America. Like when I picture
Yeah.
like Miss America, like that's what they look like.
And she's obviously like very smart.
Love. It's so
Yeah.
interesting the correlation between, well, this is like there's like a theory, that like which I think you definitely debunk, but there is like the theory that like nurses are like like the cheerleaders like in high
Oh,
school.
Mean Girls.
Mean
Yeah,
girls,
no,
yeah.
definitely that is a big thing. That is a big thing on the internet, especially like Reddit. I see that a lot, that theory a lot.
Hmm.
TikTok, I see it a lot. Like people think
Yeah.
Mean Girls
Well,
is
and
better.
there was that thing that just happened where I don't know if you saw like the like nurses were taking pictures with like bodily fluids.
Okay,
We have to
okay.
add that to our tonight's topics. It's
No
not
words.
helping your case, guys. It's
No
not
words.
helping your
No
case.
words. This
Hannah
is
was a homeschool kid though. She doesn't count.
I didn't even have anybody to be mean to except my brother. And yes, I was mean to him. I mean, of course I was. He was my brother.
And even if it's like one of those things where it's like peer pressure, like have enough like discernment to know
I
that
would
that's
never. I would
that's
never.
offensive.
I would never.
No.
Okay, for one thing, it's completely and totally all, not all discharge is completely normal. I don't want to say all discharge is completely normal and natural because sometimes it can be
Yeah, like
a
something's
problem.
wrong.
Okay,
Hmm.
but the vast majority can be,
Right.
yeah, we can safely say the vast majority of all like discharge is normal, healthy. The vagina is a self-cleaning organ. Stuff comes into it, stuff comes out of it, stuff happens there. It's a place where
Yeah.
things happen. And especially when you are getting some kind of exam and they put like a pound of lube.
Yeah, that's what some other people were saying. Like it could have been lube,
A
it could have
lot of
been
what was on the papers was lube, but even if it wasn't, it doesn't matter.
you
All
don't do
you
that.
do, like, I just was appalled. I was appalled at the posing with it.
Yeah, they were all fired
Appalled.
immediately, which I
Like,
loved.
you're just
Yeah,
gonna
like
put your face right up in it and be like, yeah, that was gross.
say goodbye to all like future
Gross
jobs.
behavior. Not that the discharge was gross, the behavior.
No,
I just
yeah,
want to
like
clarify. The behavior was gross. Discharge is just discharge, but it is weird to pose with discharge.
and like I don't there is like nothing that is that important to like go viral to where
Oh
it's like
gosh,
like
no.
because that's all it was like a trend, like a sound trend or something that a bunch of medical offices were doing. It's like that's not funny.
Not
Like
funny. It
you are
was
HIPAA like bound providers. Like, and if you're not, if you're just an admin, if you're just a receptionist, you are bound by the laws of whatever contract you signed, like to work there. Like you can't talk about those that you can't do that. You can't do that ever. You don't take pictures of people's like
it
private
was
moments and put it
tis
on the internet.
yeah, it was not a very healthcare provider thing to do. It was like the
No.
opposite of a healthcare provider thing to do.
Right.
And
And a lot of people on the internet were like, see, it's Mean Girls.
yes, yes, and that did not do good for us. I completely agree. When I looked at it, I was reminded that there are a lot of areas that are supposed to be safe spaces that are not.
That part,
They're
yeah.
like your provider who you go to for your pelvic exams or anytime you're having a pelvic exam or the gynecologist or whatever, those are supposed to be like really safe
Yeah.
areas. And so, yeah, you should never like get on the internet and see your gynecologist showing
Oh my God.
like
Like, yeah.
paper things of discharge. Yeah, but I haven't seen anybody, this is the good news. I haven't seen anybody in the medical profession like saying like, no, I think it was okay. Everything I've seen has been immediately no.
General consensus is it's a
Immediately
hard no.
no. Yeah, which good. I need my ring light. Oh.
Well, and it's also like, like me speaking for myself, feel very uncomfortable going to like an appointment like that. And I'm
Sure.
sure a lot of other women do too. So it's like to have the thought, it's like one of those things like you only have to talk about it if it happens. Because to have the thought like, gee, I hope they don't take a picture of this after I leave. Like, why do I
And
have to have that thought
I know, because if I would have seen that, if I would not have seen that video with my own eyes, I would have never thought that that was a thing that would happen. That's never, ever, 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 ever crossed my mind.
Same. Yeah. I'm never like, man, hope they don't take a pic of my
There's
private
been so
parts.
many, of course, like there's so many times. I mean, there's times when people are like really sick, like really, really sick, and they're like peeing and pooping everywhere. And it's not even a thought. It's just like, oh, this is happening and we're gonna
Yeah.
care for it. I don't know.
You're never like, let me snap this and send it all to my
Oh my
friends. Like,
God.
what the
Oh
fuck?
my God. Yeah. Like I would never, I've even had,
Oh
there's even
God.
been times like I had a time an occasion once, and this is like over a decade ago, where
Hmm.
somebody ended up like having such forceful diarrhea that they pooped on the ceiling. Like they were laying on their stomach
Wow.
and like hit the ceiling.
That's so
They
scary.
were very ill, and like I wasn't like, oh my God, I was like, oh, these
Yeah, like
are
that
very
is
ill.
shocking. Like you have to
Like
be really sick.
we need to do something, but the
Hmm.
something that we needed to do wasn't take photography.
No, because when you're in like that kind of like physical like pain and
Yeah,
discomfort, you just need like
yeah,
comfort. Like that's
yeah,
all you need. Like please
literally.
comfort me.
Yeah. And
Not the
that's
time
just
to
like, oh, I
mock
was just
and
like,
make
oh
fun
my,
of.
yeah, I was just like, this is severe and crazy.
Hmm.
And, I called the doctor and I was like, yo, we need
Things are
something,
happening here.
something, anything. Yeah, things are occurring. But stuff like that happens, and like
Right.
people are like sick and things come out of like things come out of bodies and they don't come out always in an acceptable manner.
Yeah, because
Or
like, you know, like our bodies be weird. Like
yeah,
I woke up once with a black tongue and I
yeah.
found out that was like a chemical reaction from Pepto-Bismol. I
Hmm.
didn't know that when I went to the ER. Sure didn't.
Hmm.
And it was really nobody knew what was going on except like one family member and they're like, "Oh yeah, I had that chemical reaction." It was the one person I didn't reach out to.
Hmm.
But like you just life just be life in you and sometimes
Stuff
you wake
happen.
up
I mean,
and things happen.
sometimes you're just like on your period and like a whole jellyfish falls out of you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, like and I just saw this side note. I saw this it was like comparing the like what the uterus looks like when it's just like regular versus period and it was like the size of a grapefruit like when you're on your period. That's just like so wild.
Hmm.
The uterus be uterusing.
Yeah, but I mean, I've had like I can't even tell you like how many bodily fluids and bodily things have been all over the place where they're not supposed to be, like
Right?
in my work. And the reason why is just because you just deal with it.
Yeah.
And the thing with that is that like that's what those papers are for. They're to like absorb
Yeah.
anything. Like absolutely everything about it was normal.
Yeah, there's nothing abnormal. And they weren't even like first like some of the first pictures I saw, I was like, what am I even looking at? Because it was like a butt cheek mark. I'm like, who fucking like cares, bro? Grow up. Like you're
Yeah,
you're like working in a medical office, like it's a butt cheek mark, like or like the crease between. Like, are you
truly.
12?
I mean,
Like,
I just can't believe that they thought I mean, I can't believe they thought it was funny or interesting or like a good idea to post on the internet.
what like was it worth it?
But Yeah, and again,
To
like
lose your
everything,
whole job.
again, there's always stuff falling out of you after you have a pelvic exam because
Right.
yeah, like they're lubing up like all of the torture devices that they're using to like
Literally.
spread you open.
I
I
know it's so
mean,
intense.
it's just things like things happen. Body's body. I mean, I can't even tell you like just all of the
Oh my
fluids and
God. The
things.
things that came out of me during my pregnancy and
Yeah.
after my pregnancy were I pushed out a placenta.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that I was gonna push it out until I was pushing it out and I was like, whoa, what's that? And it feels like when you're on a like roller coaster. And it's just like a like when your stomach kind of jumps up and then
Yeah.
it felt like my whole I was like, did my stomach just come out of my butt?
Yeah. Well, no, it came out of your
My
bikini.
hoo-ha.
Yeah.
But it's like the whole size of a freaking like stomach. That thing is
Yeah.
big.
They are. They
And
are. So how is that? Like, does that hurt when it comes out, or are you kind of numb from
oh, I
everything
mean,
there with it?
after pushing out like bones and Blue's head was 14 centimeters when he was born. Yeah. And I didn't have any tearing except I had a micro tear on my urethra. Yeah, so we had to make like a witch's brew that was like numbing every time I peed. Because it burned so bad because pee is so sterile and like the micro tear is so like that it just felt like every time I peed, it was like peeing alcohol, like
Yeah,
onto that
like
tear.
fire.
Yeah, and it was microscopic, so there's nothing they could do. There's
Yeah,
nothing I could do
they couldn't
except
sew it
like
up or nothing.
even like dermaplane or whatever blast, whatever that's called, hurt because it's like the spray was like too. So we had my mom made this like big, I think it's called like midwife brew or whatever,
Oh,
but it was like amazing. It was like full of like natural. It
okay.
was like this dark brown, and I like every time I peed for 6 weeks, I literally sprayed it on myself before I peed. And yeah, but aside from that, pushing out the placenta felt very much like when you go over like a big hill and
Yeah.
they do like like a slight like kind of push on your stomach, but it definitely feels like a relief after pushing out a baby, like pushing out hard stuff, like pushing out something that's like fully soft and squishy. And then since we did a home birth, he stayed attached to the placenta until the cord went white.
Oh, cool. Okay, so
Yeah.
you sucked everything out of it. Okay, great. Did you encapsulate your placenta?
I want I was so lazy about it because Blue was born like 5 days before Christmas that like literally I was like newborn like mom like folding I remember folding presents like I couldn't even keep my eyes open because I had a 3 day old on Christmas Eve. And we put the placenta in the fridge, and my mom was like, "Can I please throw this away?" Like it was like Christmas Eve, and she's like, "We're gonna have like food and stuff. Like, can I please throw this away?" And I was like, "Oh my God, like I don't want to. Like I really want to like send it off, but I didn't really like even do the. I had to plan so much other stuff for a home birth
Yeah.
that like, but my I do have friends that did it, and they like swear by it. They swear that it like helped with their postpartum everything, like
Yeah.
depression, anxiety,
Yeah.
like which makes so much sense. I mean, I was very lucky that I was born with anxiety, so like I felt like I was like truly vibing. Like his whole first year was like a vibe for me because I was nursing. I was still like, and I just like immediately started expressing milk. Like I was just like, I was so blessed that, doing a home birth, that everything worked out really organically and naturally for me.
Mhm.
And honestly, I swear it's because I was just like on a killer vitamin routine. Like I was just like probiotics, multivitamins, like everything that I was allowed to take, I took because I just wanted to be like a powerhouse for this baby.
Yeah.
That was massive. 9 pounds, 2 ounces.
Yeah.
I should send you my birth video. I haven't ever watched the whole thing, but it's interesting to watch. It's spooky
Yeah.
if you want to watch it.
Yeah, I'd watch it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd watch
It's
it.
interesting. Yeah, Lexi recorded the whole thing and she was like she couldn't like look away. But man, birth is so we'll have to do like a more in depth, but it's so interesting. Like The level of pain, and I just want to add, like, no shade to hospital births. If I would have had access to an epidural when I hit some of those moments, baby, I would have taken it. I did not have the access and I already committed. And it's not something like they tell you, like, when you're in birth, like, you can, when you're in a home birth, you can eat, you can have a smoothie, you can have water, you can have juice, you can take Tylenol. It's beyond Tylenol. It's like your body's pushing out a human body, you know? It's
Yeah,
not
I
like
can't
there's no
even.
like I was in so much pain that I was like felt like I was high. Like when like the crazy noises that you make, it's not even in your control. Like
Yeah,
I was just like "Hmm."
yeah. If I was ever gonna have a baby, which I'm not. No. And I mean, that's definitely like part of it is that I do not want to do that.
No, yeah,
I
I
do not want
literally
to
just
do that
saw a
at
like
all.
a there's like companies, I don't know, probably because I'm looking for a job right now, but I saw this like ad on Facebook and it was like 65K for surrogacy. And the only thing that is stopping me is like I don't want to give birth again.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I
But
loved being
it,
pregnant. I would be cool with being pregnant again, but like
I
you
would,
take it out yourself. I'm
I
not
would be,
doing
I would absolutely be like epidural, laughing gas, Percocet, more, whatever you have, put it in me. I
it.
don't want, no. Does it slow the progress? Don't care. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't care. Just, I don't want that.
Yeah, no. I am really glad that I was at home because
Yeah.
I feel like the way that my birth was progressing, if I would have been in a hospital, they probably would have like I don't know, they probably just would have not empowered me enough to where I probably would have given in and maybe gone a route that like I just didn't want to go
Hmm.
because there were moments throughout the day that I was like stalling where I had to like get out of the tub and like I had to like really and I kept telling everybody we had like because my husband's like does a bunch of carpentry and stuff, but we had like 5 gallon buckets because I kept saying, I'm pooping, I'm pooping, I'm pooping. But I wasn't pooping. Like it just
Yeah.
feels like that. Like, and I
Yeah.
only had back labor. I didn't have any stomach labor. So all of the pressure, like I had to do this like forward leaning inversion thing where I was like flipping upside down every day because he was going to get breech if I didn't flip him myself. So I had to flip him myself and I had to be like very committed to flipping him myself or like I wouldn't have been able to have a home birth.
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah, you can't when it's
yeah.
breech. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So I had to flip him myself and I was like committed to that. I was like I mean, I'm very stubborn. I'm very like I'm a fixed sign. Like I if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna go all out, full out, you know. And the only time that I was like ready to quit was when like I was like 5 minutes away from giving birth and I just had like there was no more steam in the tank. Like literally everybody, like there was probably 5 people with me at the time, maybe 5 or 6. Yeah. And everybody was holding up a limb because I was depleted. Like I could not even hold my head up in the water
Oh
anymore.
my
Like
God.
my and this was like 10th hour of labor. And I
Yeah.
was just like, and terrible thing, me and Luke, like we consummated to induce and and it broke my water. So I did not sleep that night. Like we were just up all night just like talk because I was supposed to have him on the 20th and I
Mhm.
just kept telling everybody I'm gonna have him early, I'm gonna have him early. I had him the 19th. And it's only because I didn't go to fucking bed. If I would have just gone to bed and we wouldn't have done that, I would have given birth on the right time. I would have been well rested. I didn't sleep. And that was like the first time I've ever in my life been up for 24 hours. And it was when I was giving birth.
Oh my God.
And yeah, that shit was crazy. I felt like I was on another planet because I was one so tired and I don't do well when I'm tired and I was in so much pain and I was just like stuck. I couldn't like you can't sleep when you're
Oh,
giving
of
birth.
course
Yeah,
not.
like there's no like, oh, I'll just go lay down, take a nap.
Right. And but they do say that like, and I don't know if this is true, I've never experienced it, but they do say that if you get an epidural, you can take a little nap.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like when you if you get it when you're so many centimeters, maybe you can like chill a little bit until you're like further. I don't know.
Totally.
It's not,
Yeah.
I have just always known in my heart that that was not something that I was ever gonna do.
Yeah, no, it's really like I
Period.
don't want to like fear monger
Of
anybody,
course, no.
but it's scary. Like it is really scary. It's really serious, you know? And
It is that, but it is very scary, very
mhm,
serious. But also, so many people have done it.
do it. Yeah, and they do it all the and also like
There's so many options too.
yeah.
You can be in the hospital, you can be monitored, you can be with a
Yeah.
midwife, you can be at home, you can be in a birthing center.
Yeah.
You can be, there's so many options. You can have a birth plan, you can have a doula, you can
Yeah.
have a surrogate if you
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah, literally.
Got
No,
money.
and honestly, like even now, like if I did, I mean, I don't want any more children at all, but like if I did, I know that like the birth and the pregnancy and everything is completely different. Like it's just different like every single time. So like I would just have to remind myself like I know people that like my friends, like their first child, they were in labor for like 2 days. Their second child, they were in labor for 2 hours.
Mhm.
Like you never know, you know. There's
Typically, I mean, this isn't a surefire thing for every person, but typically, like
Mhm.
each baby that you have, the labor is shorter.
Right.
So,
Hmm.
like, if you get to a point where you've had like 3 or 4 kids, like a lot of times, you'll kind of like go in and very quickly give
Yeah.
birth, or it can happen really fast. Or like, if it's your fourth kid, they're probably going to encourage you to go to the hospital a little sooner than they would
Right.
first. And I think that that's a real testament to like our bodies and how they just like learn what to do.
So true.
They
Yeah.
like are just learning what to do and doing it
Yeah.
in a more and more efficient manner each time.
Yeah. And I think like there's only like little things that I would change if I did ever like have a birth again. And it would probably, I still don't know if I would do like a hospital birth or if I would do at home, but I would definitely have a doula. Loved
Mhm.
having a doula, 10 out of 10. I don't know if I would go the midwife route again. Only because it's just like such a different time. Like at that time, it was very like COVID time, and everything just felt a lot safer, like being at home. Like all my doctor's appointments were literally at home, and it just like, but now it feels like different, you know? But
Mhm.
also like the thought of like having a baby while having a 4-year-old and a middle, like that's just like, eh. I love the progression. I'm like getting freedom, like
Yeah.
so into like the freedom that I'm getting. Like
Yeah.
every day I get more and more
Your
freedom.
kids are getting more independent.
Yeah. And that's like, and I think that's how you know that you don't want any more kids when you look at it and like, I don't want to start over.
Yeah, when you're not
That's when you
like,
know.
I mean, I do know that you miss breastfeeding sometimes,
Yeah, I loved
but at the
it.
same time, like you don't miss not having your body to yourself,
Yes.
right? Like
Yeah.
you like are happy to have your body back to kind of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And um yeah, if you're not just like, oh, I miss when he was a baby and I had to like
Yeah.
and I had to like do every little thing for him and stuff.
Yeah.
Totally. No. But I think that's really awesome that you had a home birth unmedicated. Like,
Yeah, it was wild. I do, and I honestly like that is like my guiding light for my anxiety is like if I can do this, then I can do anything.
yeah,
'Cause like I
for real.
literally feel like I touched like heaven or above. Like I felt like I was like in the astral plane. Like I was like out of my
I
body.
think your
Like
mind has to be somewhere else. But for
yeah.
I mean, I I'm a medical professional and I'm going to be completely honest, I'm appalled, shocked that that hole
That's
can
crazy.
produce 9 and 10 pound babies.
Again, your uterus like
I'm like,
oh my gosh, yeah, no. And me and Luke were talking about that. That's like, I guess, kind of what brought this whole thing up. I was so sick my first trimester. Like, and that's how my body handles change is I just barf. And the whole first trimester, 14 weeks, every morning I woke up and was just like a pterodactyl. Like, rah, rah. Like I couldn't stop. Like it was just like pain. Like my everything was changing in my body. Like I had had like 25 years of consistency. And then it was just like my nervous system was like shocked. Like it was like, okay, we're growing a baby. You're puking.
mhm.
I had a coffee aversion for 25 weeks, couldn't have any coffee. Like, Oh my God, the smell of it, which is like coffee's like my favorite thing, but I had like such an aversion to it.
Gosh, that's crazy. Usually on, so I take my, it's so weird. I love to have my cup of coffee in the morning.
Mm,
But yeah, usually on Wednesday mornings now,
mm-hmm.
I can only drink like half of it.
Mm,
I take my shots on Monday. I don't know. And it's just on Wednesdays.
yeah.
And on Tuesdays I can drink it, and then on Wednesdays I'm just like I can drink half of it, and that's it.
Is it like upsetting your stomach, or do you just feel like you
No,
naturally have more
it's
energy?
no, it's not upsetting my stomach.
That's good.
It's just like, and it's all don't have like a ton of energy or anything. It's just like I don't want that. It'll be like so
Like an
I'll
aversion.
usually yeah, so I'll usually like drink half of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll have to like reheat the second half because I'm usually
Mm,
working while I'm drinking it. So I'll usually drink half and then reheat the second half, but I'll like get to that place where I need to like reheat it and I'll just dump it out instead.
yeah, that's what happens to me like every day. And I have like the stainless steel cups that like, but I get so like I forget about it. It's
Are
like,
you still doing Java coffee?
oh my God, no.
Did
Luke
you?
would kill me if I was
Wait,
still
you
doing.
got it again, didn't you? I thought you got it
Um,
again.
I think we like might have thrown it away. Same with the greens too. The greens.
What? No, I swear, Caroline, I swear you got it again. And you were like, I'm just gonna try it again. And I was like, do you remember what happened last time?
I probably threw it away. I probably listened to you. I probably was like, I can't handle being
The
dehydrated.
protein coffee?
I probably tossed it. I do that. Or
You're
I'll tell Luke to just like, because sometimes he'll like get in the flow of like, because he's the grocery shopper, he'll get in the flow of just like buying my things again. And I'll be like, you gotta return it. But he's like, I'm such a sensitive tummy girly. Like, we're definitely in the process of trying to figure out like what is going up, like, or what's going up, what's
yeah.
going down, up and down with my stomach. And I don't know if it's like IBS D or C or like, celiac, but thyroid. Like we're just trying to figure out like,
Well, you'll know more after the 19th.
yes, I'm getting a full panel.
Getting a full fasted blood panel. I'm so excited to see the results.
I am too, honestly. I feel like they're gonna be. I did a full panel, but it was like more neurological back in 2018, so I'm excited. This one is like just this provider that I have now is just so much more like we're just like she gets him, she gets me,
She gets it.
she
See,
gets it.
okay, okay. I swear to God that when you have like a really good provider, that they can look look at you and tell some of the things that they need to test for.
Yes, that's what
I
it felt
swear.
like. Because she looked at me and she said, "You're doing all the right things, but something is still not working." I told
Yeah.
her, I'm on magnesium, I'm on a probiotic, I'm on a
Yeah.
multivitamin, drinking water. I'm not getting enough sleep, but now I am better. But still, it's like, that shouldn't be affecting my like appetite and stomach as much as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, "You're doing all the right things, but something is still not lining up." And I'm like, "Exactly. Please help." And she's like, "I got you."
No, I think so. Because that started happening to me in
Mm-hmm.
nursing after I'd been in nursing for a long time. I don't know exactly how long it was, but you know how you obviously like learn how to do a really thorough physical assessment as a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
And I would always like do that, but I just like kind of like found like through the years, and it was like after some years, it definitely wasn't right away, but I could when I like walked in and just like look, I could like kind of just tell what was wrong.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying that I would have 100%, spot on diagnosis. Nurses don't diagnose stuff, but like I could be like, okay, that person, I think that they probably are like their lungs probably sound kind of like they have some fluid in them, or like
Right.
I they probably have like poor circulation, or like I don't know, their stomach's really distended. They might kind of be constipated. I don't know, like I could just tell this stuff just by like laying eyes
Right. Mm-hmm.
certain things.
Yeah, no. It definitely it really felt like that. And she even told me like she was so transparent, like some of the blood tests that she wanted to run might not even be like because the one is the celiac, but the true way to know is the oh my gosh, it was just in my head. What's it called again? the when they go a colonoscopy. The full way to know for celiac,
Really?
yeah, she said is she's like we
Oh,
can do
okay.
blood work, but the true way to know is like going inside of you. So I was like, thank you. Like I still do want to do the blood test, but like thanks for telling me that because
Oh, for sure. But that's really, I mean, I think it's still good to start out with the least invasive thing possible.
yeah, because I do
And,
not want a colonoscopy.
well,
No offense.
wouldn't if you like stopped eating gluten and your symptoms went away, wouldn't that be like definitive enough to know that it was the gluten?
Right. Well, and that's where it's like it gets like to maybe it might be more of like an inflammation issue
Okay.
because it's definitely and we've been cutting weeks Fluke feeds me. We've been like cutting out like a lot of things to like kind of test my body
Okay.
and then kind of like incorporate them back into C. But like for example, like I did like a hamburger and I haven't had like any red meat for like a week. So we did a hamburger and all of a sudden my cheeks were super hot and I was like red and I couldn't cool down like meat sweats, but like my skin was inflamed, my cheeks were super red. I was like a little sweaty and like flush. Similar things have happened with dairy, but similar things have also happened with gluten.
Okay.
So it might be to where I need like an anti-inflammatory diet or something to help me break down the and I started taking a probiotic that has the protein or the enzymes to
Right.
break down the proteins and dairies to see if that helps too, but
I
still
got you.
not helping as much as it should.
I do not love what you're experiencing, but I have to admit, I love the term meat sweats.
Have you
Like,
heard that
can we
before?
please put that in the title?
Yes.
Something about meat. I don't know what I find so
Meat sweats could make me go vegan because just the fact that they
it's such
exist,
a thing. Like
it
I
could make me go
remember
vegan again.
when's the last time I had meat sweats? So I had meat sweats. We went to Austin, Texas, and we went to this place called Franklin's for
hmm
barbecue. This was like last year. No, two. This was like November 2023. So like almost
hmm
2 years ago. We went to Austin, Texas for one of Louis's really close friends' baby shower.
hmm
And it was a really good time. It was a time. But yeah, we went to this place called Franklin's and they had such good meat. Like they had all the meats. I
Like,
think
was it like barbecue style?
yeah,
Okay.
barbecue, but also they had like turkey and they had
Like pulled everything.
everything. And then
Mm-hmm.
like also like the potato salad and like all the sides.
Um,
It was literally so good.
mm,
For us to eat lunch there, I think it was like $109
holy shit. Oh my
because
God.
Luis wanted to try everything.
Yeah, of course. Like, and when you're there, like you got to.
Yeah, and it's been on TV shows and everything, but
Oh, that's
I'm
cool.
pretty sure that's the last time I had meat sweats, and it was
It's so intense, dude. Like
so
it,
intense.
it's not even like a oh my God, I'm hot. It's like my body is like heating from the inside
It's from
out.
the
Like
inside. I was just gonna say that. It's like from the inside, and
like
it's
like you need to go sit in a sauna and sweat that like nasty worms out of you. Like
no like so then after that, like we needed to go get a gift for the baby shower. And I
mm-hmm.
was like, no, take me to the hotel. I have to lie down. Like
Look at me.
I have to lie down until this like moves through me and then
Yeah.
we can like go because I can't. I can't, you
I
know, it's
can't.
like that. But the meat sweats, oh my gosh, yeah, I haven't had, thank goodness, I haven't had meat sweats for like 2 years, but I vividly remember the last time I had them, and so do you.
Yeah, no, it's
Fortunately
definitely
for you, it was
but
recent.
that's really okay. Like if I have to cut I'm one of those girlies, like if I have to cut meat of any kind, like I'm such a snacker, like I will be okay. Like
Yeah.
so I'm cool with chicken and fish and
Yes.
I'm
Chicken
so cool
and
with
fish are
chicken and
so
fish.
good.
Yeah, I'm like very mermaid coded where I'm like I could definitely eat like a seafood diet for
Fish.
sure.
Oh, I love salmon. I love tilapia. I love shrimp. I love, uh,
Well, the fun thing too, it's we're in our fair season right now, so the fun thing about a Maryland fair is crab cakes.
Crab cakes.
You get like really good seafood attached to like the barbecue places, like crab cakes. I think there's a lobster roll. You know, lobster's not like a Maryland thing, but
I love
shrimps. Oh
all
my
of that.
God. Ugh, I love a crab cake sandwich. And just like, I don't even need the bread. Just give me like a double crab cake with like some chips. Mm.
Speaking of foods, I have officially 26 things on my
Wow.
365 list.
We're doing it.
Yeah, so let's do the math, what percentage we have. So I need
Yes.
365 things and I have 26 things. Hmm.
I got like 340 something. But that's good though, because you've
I'm
only
doing
been
it by
doing it
percent.
for
I'm 7% of the way there. I'm
wow.
7% of the way there.
Look at you
But
go.
it's a super exciting development is that my husband said that we can put baked goods and game day foods on there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Those are
And
yes.
I do enjoy baking more than I enjoy cooking. So that is really good news for me. I do love to bake.
Yeah, you could do like a buffalo chicken dip and then
Yes.
oh my gosh, I have to send you. Luke does a s'mores cookie. It is so good. He does like cookie dough and then like a s'mores and then bakes it in the oven. That was like our hyperfixation of the summer of 2023. We just like made s'mores cookies for everybody. Like they'd come over on the weekends, we'd make s'mores cookies.
Yes.
I'll
Send
send you
it
that
to
recipe.
me. I'm so excited. You sent me a recipe I'm gonna try. I can't remember what it is, but I have it saved.
But yeah, buffalo chicken dip would be a good one.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Last
you
time
could even do like a crab dip.
yes.
Yummy.
Last game day, not yesterday because we weren't here, but the last Sunday before that, I made these little things that look like footballs out of hash browns. So I made hash browns,
Cute.
I cooked them, and then I put on cheese and little bacon bits, and then the sour cream for like the lines.
That's really sweet.
They look like little footballs.
Oh, did he love that?
Yeah.
That's really sweet. That's cute. It's like a bonding thing, you know, like that you guys are doing this. Because he's like your little tester.
He is my judge,
Your
actually.
judge and you're the little student.
I'm just like,
Pinky.
please, Daddy, let me put this on the list. Please, Daddy.
I'm
Please, Daddy,
dead.
may I please put it on the list?
Am I doing good?
Am I doing good?
I'm like the opposite of that. I'm like, yeah, Luke, cook for me. Be my
Yes.
wife. Be my
Yeah.
stay-at-home wife. He's like, what's wrong with you?
So Luis cooks. He cooks, but really what he has a passion for is grilling.
Yeah, Luke too. He's a griller.
And we can't have a grill here,
Oh,
which is
that's annoying.
very sad. But we will have a grill. We will have a grill soon. So
Yeah. Get him like a nice Blackstone,
he can
like,
get back into his grilling era.
and
Mhm.
you get like 5-star meals from grill, like one guy's
I
grill.
love eating off the grill.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So yummy.
And like, you know how Midwestern people, I don't know if like Luke grills still when it's like really cold, but it's like do it in the garage.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's grilled in the garage, but that's a good idea.
Yeah, Midwestern people, it doesn't matter if it's like hot or cold, like they're gonna grill in the garage.
Well, Luke's fun thing is he loves to pretend that he's from the Midwest. He loves Green Bay, the Packers. He loves to like live the Midwest life when we're in Maryland. And I'm like, I love that for you, King. Like he's so like Midwest coded, but he's not from the Midwest.
We're on the East Coast, King.
Yes. But he re like you said, he's very wholesome. Like he will go like peel potatoes with his grandma.
Yeah,
Like
that is.
he's so that way.
That
He
is.
loves to cook with both of them
I
and his
love
mom too. Like they're all like very into cooking and I will thank you. Feed me.
I got some tips, some pointers from my mother-in-law this weekend. So, obviously my
Um,
mother-in-law is Mexicana.
hmm.
And so it is so funny to me what Mexican food actually is and what white people.
Like white people Mexican food, yeah.
Yo, it's not what we eat at the Mexican restaurant.
Literally, no,
Not
it's
even at all.
crazy. Yeah.
It's crazy. And like the ground beef tacos, they don't
Yeah.
they don't
They
even
don't
have
do that. No.
no. I remember the first time that me and Luis were together and I was like, I'm gonna make tacos for dinner. And of course
He's
it was like
like,
ground
what
beef.
the fuck is this?
Yeah, and he's like, no, I
Yeah.
can't.
Even
So
the
many.
cheese, like they don't even do like the shredded cheese like
No,
that. They do like cheese chunks, like white
right.
cheese chunks, like
But a lot of times there is no cheese. So like a lot of times it's like
true.
El Pastor or barbacoa, and then it's cilantro and
Hmm. And the tortillas too,
and
they're like different textures too. They're not even
yes.
like
Well, they're usually like homemade.
corn, right? Not flour,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
But a lot of times they're homemade too.
True.
And
Hmm.
they're cooked, they're cooked.
True. You're
Like
right. They're not like
we
fried
just
and
eat them like white flour tortillas raw with, ground beef with taco seasoning. That is not a
no.
taco. That's not a
Well,
taco.
and that's such a testament too of like the fact that like if you cook this, it would completely change its consistency probably is a good testament that like it shouldn't be a flour taco. Like it shouldn't be like flour, you know? It should be corn. It should be something that isn't going to puff up if you cook it. Like because then it's just kind of like to me I like which is probably not the best mindset, but it's like a waste of calories because you're like why am I eating all these like additives when I should be eating like a corn taco?
Well, because America.
Because America.
Because America, and for somehow, some way, I don't know, our food is like poisonous. I don't even know.
Yeah, like what? Oh my
Like, I don't know
gosh.
how it's become that way, but like it's so funny because like, the beans are made in like a crock pot and
Hmm.
the rice and all this stuff. And yeah, it's they don't eat what we eat at Mexican restaurants.
Yeah, no, it's way more like plant-based and
It's delicious in a different way.
yeah, like a natural, not so much additives and like
It's not so like flashy or like I don't know what the word is because it's literally like that's what they eat all the time.
right.
Like every day they're eating these dishes. And so it's just not as like cheese laden and like
Hmm. I'd compare it kind of like how it is with like Asian food.
Mhm.
Like Americanized Asian food is very like flashy and like we're ordering so much, but like if you're eating like jasmine rice every day, you're gonna do like a nice portion of vegetables, a nice portion of meat, and then a nice portion of rice. You're
Mhm.
not gonna be like a nut and order like pounds and
Right.
pounds of noodles and you
Yes,
know,
exactly. But yeah, it's just so funny to me because my mother-in-law, she makes like tongue, like beef tongue,
right,
and like all these what I would consider to be like exotic kinds of meats.
right.
But she told me how to make this traditional like stew. It's called menudo. Menudo?
Ooh, I think I've heard of that before.
Well, I've talked to you about it before because I tried it. Like I
Uh-huh.
try everything. I try everything.
Uh-huh.
This I did not like. The beef tongue I did like.
Okay.
This I didn't like. I need to Google it and see exactly what it is. The meat in it is called tripe, which is, I believe, a cow intestine lining.
Jeez.
I don't know, but Luis freaking loves it. Okay. Tripe is the edible lining of the stomach, most commonly from a cow, that is consumed as food.
Wow.
It is known for being a lean source of protein and other nutrients, but is typically tough and requires long cooking to become tender. Tripe is used in many dishes worldwide, such as the Mexican soup menudo and regional Italian tripe dishes. Okay, yeah. So she gave me instructions on how to make that kind of stew soup, and I'm gonna try.
Mm. Wow. I'm excited for you.
So maybe I'll do that this weekend and we can talk about it next week. I regret to inform us that Luis doesn't seem to think that I'm gonna fucking nail it, which,
Oh, well, he's a hater.
you know,
Get it together.
I think that that's a red flag.
Yeah, I
That
agree.
he's not like
Supporting you
rooting for me.
in your endeavors.
But this is the one thing he's like, he just thinks this is too complex for me at this level.
Well, you just gotta stick it to the man.
And
No,
I think I'm gonna make it, and that's
and just follow her directions to a
what
T.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
I've
like
got the directions.
how hard
And
can it be?
maybe I have to try it a couple of times to get it exactly right. That's okay.
Yeah. It
But I
is a
think,
little harder when you don't like something because like I feel like you
right,
can
I
like
can't try
taste.
it and say
Yeah.
like, oh, it needs more salt. Yeah, because I did try it one time. It's a no from me, babies.
What does it taste like? Like blood?
No, no. I'll tell you what else is in there. So it's the tripe, which is the meat, and then it's chopped onion, garlic, cloves, oregano, salt, bouillon, and then you add in a small can of hominy and salsa.
Okay. Do they
Yeah.
use noodles or no
No,
noodles?
no.
Okay.
It's just a soup with the meat.
A tomato-based soup.
Hmm.
I do not like a tomato-based soup. I like a tomato soup.
Oh
Like
gosh, with a grilled cheese?
yeah.
Yes.
But like see my friend Lexi, she was like showing me the soup and she was like because we were talking about like anti-inflammatory diet and she showed me the soup and I was like, "See, all of those things like like the textures of all of them, I don't think I would like that. But if it was blended to like a tomato-based
Yes.
soup,
It will be
then
blended.
like yeah, I'm fine. Like if it's blended down, like but I don't like when
Honestly,
things
I
are
might make some of it. I think I might make some of it separate without the tripe.
hmm,
Because to be honest with you, this sounds kind of banger, right? Chopped onion, garlic cloves, oregano, salt, bouillon, hominy, and the salsa, which is like pureed, and like
sounds like
that in a
yeah.
crock pot. I mean, honestly, that sounds kind of banger.
Sounds like a great soup to like freeze like when you're sick too.
Yeah,
Like
I
that.
feel like that would bring you right immediately back to health.
Yeah, that would be like a great sick soup for sure. Because there's
Yeah,
so much
so
like good
I'll
stuff.
report back next week. I'm gonna try to do that this week. I'm gonna try to make menudo.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I am too. Yeah, I've gotta go to like the international market to find the tripe.
Fun. That's fun.
Yeah, I hope I find some.
The last time I went to Mexico, I tried the corn and that was so interesting because like it's one of those things that like the street corn, like you look at it and you're like, this is gonna taste a certain way. And then it tastes like crazy. Like it's so like many different flavors and just like, wow, fascinating. I love street corn.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
love corn. Corn in general is just so yummy. I'm trying to find a good Emmy list that's like
Emmys
gives
were
me.
last night. Neither one of us watched it.
I'm just not a
I'm not an awards show
I'm
girl.
not an award show girly. My friend Katie is. This is so white on my
Yeah,
face.
I'm not an awards show girly.
I'm not. And like I love that for you. Like I guess if you like need to put something on, but like I am the kind of girl that I like always know what I want to listen to and watch. Like I'm never someone that's like, what should I put on?" Like no, I
Mhm.
know. I know what I want to listen to. I know what I want to watch like
Yeah. I don't
always.
typically I don't typically have the TV on for any type of background,
Mm.
but if I do, it's the Eras tour.
Oh, that's a good idea.
If anything, it's on for the background, but it's usually not. I mean, I would say that's maybe once a month or something if Luis is working like late at night, like late and I'm home alone at night and I maybe want something on, but
Right.
typically not.
I if I need like well, I almost always like now have like an AirPod in and usually if I'm like up doing something, I just like have my audiobook playing or if not an audiobook, then a podcast. And then usually whatever like show is like reality show or just like new show is out, then I'll like set that up and watch that. But I'm just like I'm much more of like a like watch the show that the Emmy like I love that for them. Every show that like won something I've basically watched. Like I'm a consumer of like shows, like more than movies for sure. So this is probably the one that like I would be like maybe, but I'm just not like I'm not that kind of girl. I love clips. Like I love clips like during I could not do that job that Oscar does working for E. He like has to put everything on and then like make TikToks and like reels in real time, like while the events are happening, like have it like blasting and then like editing. Like I'm like, wow.
That's a
Actually,
lot of pressure.
I do not actually want to be a social media manager. If that's what it means, I'm
You know
like,
what? Actually, no, thank
no.
you.
Yeah, that's what's kind of happening to me right now. I'm like getting icked out by my degree, and I'm like, what if I get my degree and get a completely different job?
Well, once you have a bachelor's degree, you can get a lot of different jobs. The employers, I believe, want to see that you can like complete something.
Right, like finish it. Yeah.
Yeah, finish a degree. And so I think that you have a lot of opportunity, a ton of opportunity just from finishing the degree.
Thank you. That's my hope. Like, cause I've been
And you can
thinking
do
about
whatever
it.
you want, honey.
Oh my God, thank you. I can.
You can absolutely do whatever you want. Sometimes I get icked out by my degree
You're like,
also.
actually, I don't want to do this at all.
Actually, yeah, truly. I'm like, okay.
It really does not take a lot for me to like get the ick either.
No,
Like
me
it,
neither. I'm like, I don't know. How
hate
fast
it.
can I learn how to cook 365 things so I can quit my job?
Yeah, no, I'm just like, I have these two projects and I'm literally on the second to last semester. And these two like projects that are basically due in 2 weeks, I just like have gotten the complete ick from them. And I'm like, I don't want to like do, like, I just like have been applying to like HR jobs, recruiter jobs, like management jobs, because I feel like I would be such a good like middle person for like helping people find jobs.
Mediator.
Yeah, and that's what my personality type is. The INFP. I'm a mediator. And I was school mediator in seventh grade. Like that is like what I feel. And my dad's a recruiter. Like he does the same thing.
Mhm.
And I just feel like it's in my blood. And but then I'm like, if I get my master's, like what would I get my master's in? Would I get it in
Whatever you want.
HR? Would I get it in
Sociology.
sociology? Yeah. But then people don't realize how much work it takes to like do the things that they don't want to do. Like they don't want to do the social media management, they don't want to do the graphic design, but they also don't want to pay for it.
That's
So
a
it's like,
problem.
yeah, like what? Okay, like you're not taking a digital art degree seriously, but you want it, you really want it, you want the person that's best at it, but you don't want to pay them. So
Mm.
like you're not gonna get the best of the best because you don't want to pay them.
Get what you pay for.
Yeah, and it's like, and then you don't want to pay for it because you don't think it's of value. So, okay, learn how to do it yourself.
Mm.
That's the only solution, babe. Like, the only way that you're
Truly.
gonna get the art that you want is paying the artist or learning how to do it yourself,
Truly.
you know? And I mean, I get it. Like, I still to this day, I freelance artists for like gifts that I can't do. Like I'm not a good like hand drawing artist. So I will freelance like for pieces that I want commissioned for like my friends and families. Like I have the ideas in my head, like I am a designer, but I don't have the like so I'll pay them. I'll
Mhm.
pay them whatever they tell me their commission prices because they can do something I can't do.
Mhm.
If they tell me this is how much it is for a watercolor painting, okay, babe, this is how much it is for. I'm not gonna say, I think it should be $25
You're
an
not gonna
hour.
know the salary.
No,
Right.
like what? Like they're an artist. Like if you don't want to pay them, then sorry, then you don't get the work. Go to ChatGPT. Hopefully they can help you.
Hopefully.
Oh Lord. But that's all I have to say about graphic design degrees and jobs right now. It's bullshit. Bullshit. Okay, I want to pull up the Emmy recap. Who won? Is that our last? Are we on
Yes.
our last? Okay. And then we're out of here, babies.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, I feel bad. We don't have to do this if you want to.
I think maybe I need to go to bed.
That's okay. That's okay. It's stupid anyway. It's just a list.
Fuck
Who cares?
fuck the Emmys. We are happy to see that the Pit won some stuff. Have you watched the Pit?
I haven't, but I'm going to. I'm
Okay.
going to watch the Pit.
Okay. The Pit, really good.
Happy for the
Happy
Pit. Happy for Hacks. Happy
happy
for
for
Seth
Hacks.
Rogen. I
Happy
don't
for Seth
know.
Rogen. Who
Yeah.
else?
I think The Last of Us, White Lotus. all shows that I love. Like truly, there's not a show that I. Oh my gosh, Adolescence won like 3 awards. Kind of want to watch that
I
now.
haven't seen that.
The one that we like could not watch, the British crime show.
Oh,
He won. He was the youngest person to win an Emmy.
oh yeah, man, I couldn't get on with that.
3 awards. Yeah, the dad, the lady that was interviewing him, and the little boy. They all
Oh,
won
good.
awards.
You know what we'll say? Good work, everybody.
Good work, Emmys. We're proud of you.
That's what we'll say. Good work,
Good
everybody.
work. And Hannah's got to go to bed. Thank you guys if you made it to the end. We love you so much. And like, share, comment, subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe, and don't get the meat
Don't
sweats.
get the meat sweats. I love you. Bye.